Hello everyone, this is Rude Rocks GT. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the PCV valve in your 3800 Series 3 supercharged engine. PCV valve is very simple to do. It's one of those overlooked type of maintenance that needs to be done regularly. But anyways, I'll show you how to do this. It's very simple, very simple hand tools. A light if you need it. In this case, definitely not. Screwdriver or a pry bar of some sort to lift the plate up if it's stuck. This is a 10 mil 1/4 inch ratchet. It's a light duty job, so you don't need anything heavy duty or big. Needle nose, you'll see why in a little bit. It's to pull the valve out. And this is the kit I bought. I went ahead and opened it just to check it out. It's pretty cool. These parts you don't need, but what you do need is the valve. You do not need that O-ring, but you need this O-ring and a spring. So this kit was about 15 bucks. I'm using 3 items out of it. You could just buy the valve by itself, maybe 3 or 4 bucks, I don't quite remember, but it was just simple because it did come with the O-ring and the spring. All right, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is pull the oil fill, pull that out, just turns and just pulls right on out, set that aside. Then you're gonna wanna remove the engine cover, lift the front, and in the back there's a little clip. Just pull it out like that. And your PCV valve is located right there. It's on the back half of the supercharger to the right side. Very simple, and it's marked PCV valve, PCV, right on the plate. So let's do this real quick. Again, very simple job. Not gonna make it hard to do as far as just simply removing it. All right, again, this is 10 mil. And let's just take this out real quick here. One thing you're gonna wanna be careful is when you remove the plate, there is a gasket underneath. It's a very thin gasket. Hopefully that'll come right out with it. If it cracks or breaks, it is hard to replace. You'll have to go to a dealer for that. But let's just see what we have here. Oh, plate's lifting right up. That's a good sign. So let's just check that. Now, if the plate is stuck, it's okay. Just use a flat screwdriver just to gently pry it up, and I'll show you why in a second here. Right there. Right there's the gasket. And it is incomplete. It's complete, it's intact, which is perfect. So let's set that aside. Now, if half of it is stuck to the surface here, just gently, now don't remove it, but just gently clean around it where it's not, and so it's free of debris. You're gonna wanna use maybe some shellac or gasket maker. Just put a very light bead around there to reseal it, because you want this sealed. All right, now you're gonna remove the spring. That's the old spring. Set that aside. Get your needle nose. Just lift right in there and pull the valve out. Ah, there we go. There's the valve. And the good thing with it, the old O-ring came with it. Now you can reuse it, but you gotta understand, guys, with the heat, these O-rings harden and they do fail. So that's why I bought the kit with the new ring in it. Set that aside. All right, here we go. All right, there's your new valve. Here's your new gasket. Just put that in. Just like that. There you go. Now, if the O-ring is still down in there, use your screwdriver or your needle nose, gently reach down in there, grip it and pull it out. You do not want to leave that in there. You don't want to put 2 O-ring gaskets in there. For obvious reasons, it's not right, slash it'll, after a while it'll fail or leak. Okay, so just drop in your new valve and then it'll seat and then it'll drop down inside it. Just like that. Spring, brand new. Set that in there. Make sure everything is seated right. And then there's your plate. Again, my gasket's intact, which is, I'm stoked. Very good. Now, if there was a problem, like I said, I'll put a little bead of gasket maker or shellac around there to make sure it seats. Set that right there just like that. And now it's just simply time to install. Always give the bolts a few turns in there to make sure you're not cross-threading. In this case, that I'm not. And right here. Just tighten it down side to side. You can do it one all the way to the bottom, but you know, it's just whatever you prefer to do. I just go back from side to side. And then just touch, get the other side, and then just give it a snug. And then the other side, snug it down. Now, that's it, guys. Listen, that's it. That's all you have to worry about. How simple is that? PCV valve, brand new, replaced. Like I said, very, very simple. I used a 10 mil ratchet, socket with a 1/4 ratchet, and needle nose pliers. 2 items. And one thing I definitely wanted to mention is after, I should have showed this in the beginning here. After you pull the engine cover off, make sure you put the fill back in there, because you don't want nothing falling down the valve cover. So let's take this out. This piece on the back of the engine cover goes right into there. Okay, not too hard, just like that. Down, push that in place. Move the spark plug wire. That's it, guys. Right there. PCV valve replaced. Also, on this car here, I went through, I did the coils, the plugs, the wires, and a very, very low dollar cold air, hot air, whatever you want to call it, intake. I should show you how to do this. Like I said, I just spent a few dollars on it, and also 0 cutting. I tucked it right in there with no problem. Now eventually I may get a one that fits in there, but for right now it's working, and then the supercharger sounds amazing. All right, take care, guys. Happy wrenching. Any questions or comments, please jot it down, write it. If it's good, write it down, tell me about it. If you don't like it, tell me why. I do want to make sure that I try to give informational videos, but outside of that, that's it. Take care now.